And we are back, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back to the cast-off. Well, sorry, we're now back in the eSports report. Still in my suit from the cast-off. Shut up, it's been a long day.
You got to play with a puppy and you ate birthday cake. Today is probably the best day ever.
I'm on that wedding diet, bro. No birthday cake.
Chris,
No
we watched.
sugar at
If you don't eat birthday cake next month when it's mine and your birthday, I will force feed you.
Before we start this,
Before we start this, when you were going to Zeus that guy, what went through your mind?
Yes!
Bro, you got this.
You played it perfectly.
He was channeling in his inner Corey Dunn.
You played it so well. It was a 1v1. You're like, okay, I'm gonna listen. You hear him defuse the bomb. Then for some reason you decide to walk.
You felt you had like an op in your hand.
Yeah, you were like, I'm gonna creep. And then you had your crosshair on him.
Well, if he
then you moved it, you shot, you missed.
If he heard me, I could get destroyed because that's happened so many times. When you start running out and he just turns, pistols you in the head, and then goes back to defusing.
You're trying to juice the guy.
But I did have the Zeus. I had the Zeus on him, and then you see what happens when I have. The crazy part is it happens with any single shot weapon.
This is Puckett. He goes, perfect.
I line it up. And then right before I'm supposed to take the shot, I tweak out.
Why?
I don't know what it is. It's happened since Rockets and Halo 1. It happens with snipers in all games.
I'm a little bit like that too. It's like snipers, I don't actually like aim it. I just kind of like swing.
Oh, you like drag
whip it.
Yeah, I just swing it. Because if I sit there and try and actually aim on them, I'm like, all right, there, I should press.
And that's why I'm always impressed with guys like Clayster and Formal, who are just laser beams, just like moving it from head to head.
You're dead. You're dead.
Yes.
You're dead.
Anyway, I will never be good at video games, is what I've learned. And you guys saw it in the what plays of the day.
We did.
I'll be back. Don't worry. I got like 80 more of those.
We need to find one of Matt. He's the only one thus far.
Oh, I got lots of them. You can watch Matt baiting at its finest.
Oh.
He will let four people run out. We all die. Matt tries to save the op and then dies anyway.
Oh, send me that because that's my
I got like, there's one a night.
Send them me.
There's one every round.
We could also go back to Matt's Gears of War days. I'm sure there's a fail or two in his attempt
Sure, there's been a few times where I've boom shotted myself.
Yeah, I got some research to do.
You do. Matt's got a very long career. You'll be watching gameplay for hours. We're going to close out today's show today by talking about UGC Niagara. Of course, if you haven't heard the news, we do not have any Pro League matches tonight. So, our teams are on their way up to Canada, not Colorado, or California, or Colorado. I don't know.
California.
In Niagara, and here are some of the big name teams to look out for. Matt, you said you were going through the bracket earlier. Number 1 seed in this one is Team Caliber. You guys surprised to see TK a number 1 seed in any tournament?
Yeah, but not a lot of teams going to be attending by the look. This is done by pro points, right?
Yes.
They are the number 1 seed on paper, but are they actually the best team here? I'm not entirely sure. They've been struggling a little bit online lately. Gonna be worried, for them. You can see kind of how the bracket lays out here.
Isolation is the first team that has me really nervous for them. Isolation eSports, the number 9 seed.
It's gonna be Dito and them.
Yep.
I don't think they'll beat TK.
No?
On a LAN environment, no. Parasite on LAN this year has been pretty good. Yes, the team is dysfunctional online, but I think when push comes to shove, they'll be okay. I don't think a team like ISO is gonna give them any problems. I think later on in the bracket, though, yes, TK is definitely going to have some issues.
You want to put a bet on that?
Yeah, gladly. Well, what are we betting?
5.
Done.
If that match happens, I got ISO winning.
I'm looking at the bracket. Yeah, I think that match has. Yeah, really.
If that doesn't happen, round 3.
If that match doesn't happen, then there's going to be some more roster changes.
I have 500 pennies of confidence in you, Isolation Empire. You can do this.
I want you to deliver it in pennies in a big jar.
Just a big jar of pennies?
Yeah.
Okay.
Going further down, Boreal eSports.
Hey!
They were at the North American Championship event.
Right.
Gonna be looking to see if they can make some noise. Team Cave Gaming with the number 4 seed. Don't really know their roster. I'm trying to think. We have seen them in the 2Ks and 5Ks. Can't think of their exact roster off the top of my head. DA Below Zero. That'll be another team that'll be there. This team, definitely one that can make some noise.
Below Zero is good. Very, very good.
And they were really surprising, I think, at Call of Duty Championships when Below Zero came out of group play. No one saw that coming. Coming in as the number 5 seed overall in this tournament is going to give them a pretty good bracket. If you look at who they have to go up against, Below Zero, I wouldn't be surprised to see them in your top 8 of the winners bracket.
Oh, without a doubt. They have a fairly easy road. all the way there.
Team Envious.
Now, this is Envy plus Merc.
Merc
is
replacing
gonna be
Saints.
Oh, really?
So it's going to be Looney, Proof, Teep, and Merc for this event.
Oh.
Now, did Saints go over to the last Gfinity? So he has traveled outside. He didn't. Okay, so again, this is another event where Saints is not going to be traveling with the squad. Envy with Merc, though. I'm excited to see what's going to happen here with that team. How is Merc going to fill in?
I think Teep probably... What are you laughing at?
Nothing.
Teep probably plays more of the Slayer role. I think that's really what they're going to need to do. I think you probably have Proofy and Looney kind of alternate like in like 2 battle setups. I think they'll probably both be running that. I said I wouldn't even be opposed to letting Merc run the AR for the team. We've seen him use it a little bit more on
Ben
Justice.
is shaking his head
and
no.
let Proof and Looney kind of alternate, subbing and AR.
I mean, they're going to have team chemistry.
How was the Proof Loon combo for you guys recently?
Proof's, I really like watching Proof.
They were like
game.
they were like the hottest team in the Pro League last week.
They went on
ended
a
up
huge
beating
streak.
FaZe. They ended up
All
on
right,
like a 9 or 10 game win streak.
You don't have Saints now.
Missing your best player.
Right.
12-game win streak. Now you don't take.
I mean, I expect them to make it to the final. I mean, looking at their bracket, they have what? Bittersweet.
Yo,
Bittersweet.
Bittersweet GG. Sending us jerseys.
$5 bet with you right now. Envy don't make it to the final.
Whoa. Yo, I'll take that bet.
I will take that bet heavily.
bet
Yeah,
for you.
I'm looking at
Yo,
it.
are you losing 15 to me? 1,000 to me? How much you want to lose?
Threes
Make
up.
more bets. I'm in.
Threes up is the third. Oh, okay, maybe I just.
Threes
did
up
throw
is
away
on
money.
their side.
I thought maybe a couple of better teams than that.
And then Set to Destroy. That's the only other team on their side of the bracket.
I changed that bet.
No, we shook hands on it.
We shook.
No, we didn't.
There were shakes.
No, it was definitely no
They
shakes.
occurred.
They have somebody
screw us.
in their side of the bracket that's trying to copy their name a little bit. That automatically means you make it to the finals.
Who is set to destroy? And Valence. Good try, guys.
Even with the capital V, they weren't trying to.
Yeah, realistically, you would expect Envy to progress to the final. Maybe threes up, close an upset. I guess that's what I'm
You saw a slip up.
really
I
looking
mean, maybe it would be.
Is that really the only teams going?
Now I'm trying to think. Like, I know Nate Shot tweeted a while ago that he
Is he
wanted to
going
go.
with those?
He
No.
backed out. He's not going to be going now.
It's not going.
But I think it was AGL is where TK got one of their first championships. They had been to the championship match multiple times, went to a smaller tournament without anyone else in it. Is TK still the favored team to beat Envy with Merc back on the roster? You're shaking your head no,
I
Matt.
say
I don't think
100%
so.
yeah. What?
I think Envy still wins
AEL
that matchup.
Dallas.
You think Envy wins that matchup with Merc over Saints?
Yo, Matt is just...
You watched TK play recently?
Yeah.
And?
It's not been good. But you put them on a LAN environment, I think they'll be okay. You can't tell me you take away Envy's best player.
What's going wrong with TK that you're so confident in Envy?
Oh, they're about
They
to
have
fully implode.
Yeah, they're about to fully implode. I mean, they don't have a good
But this is a big
one.
weekend. Right, but that's what I'm saying. Like, this is an easy weekend. How many of those teams are going to give TK problems? Let's be honest. One team
Outside
maybe.
of Parasite, I would say Envy has 3 of the top 4 players in that series.
Before the TR story, Ben, I would be with you and just be...
Outside of Parasite, who are the other strongest players in that series? Looney, Proof, and Teep. Your 3 other strongest players.
I think I agree with you, Looney and Teep. I think we haven't really seen too
You don't
much
think
from-
Proof is?
Yeah, he's been really shining recently.
Yo,
Come on.
FaZe Black
Out of the
Proofy
top
was
4,
showing up.
out of all 8
I just
players
think-
in
I
that
just think
series,
out of
Envy
those-
has 3
Alright.
of the top 4.
But when it comes to search and destroy, that's a guaranteed 2 wins for TK in my
They've been
mind.
struggling in S&D. How many times have we seen Parasite
I said
quit because they're freaking out in S&D? They can't win
That'll
games.
be fine. That'll be fine.
Okay, sure.
I think that'll be fine.
Whatever Ben thinks, he's right.
Merc had the lowest S&D KD of anyone
wait,
in the
he-
Pro League.
he
At a
said-
0.42,
Yeah.
I believe, at one point.
He is
You've
so
replaced-
confident that Envy won't even make it to the finals.
You just
Right.
replaced your best player. Now, looking at the I didn't realize that there was really no one else.
Yeah.
Third seed at 3's up. I thought maybe like some other competition would be there, but it's going to be an MVP.
I'm surprised to see the TR guys aren't going to this.
Right? I thought this would be a
it's
good
You're not in the
uh,
Pro League.
They have ESWC next week.
Ooh, okay.
Ah,
Trying to minimize that travel.
Yeah.
makes sense. But yeah, no, it will be an MVTK final. But I don't know.
You're going TK.
I got faith in TK. I think they'll win a championship, but I don't know whether I really count it as like a
Title. It's got some pro points on the line here, so that's
Yeah.
going to be good for either team, being able to bolster their overall pro points total and help them get a higher seed in future
it?
tournaments. I think it's 10K.
10K?
There's $10,000 on the line, and it's also 10,000 pro points.
20,000 prize pool.
20,000 prize pool, 10K pro points.
That's actually a lot.
So,
yeah, it's a nice win.
That's a really good win.
It's a good weekend.
Yeah.
I think we can all agree TK and B though. Final. Yeah.
I would not be surprised if 3's up causes an upset against Envy early in the bracket.
I think Sender
Against Envy. I think they're in
you
the bottom.
said TK we're going to have an upset as well.
And I would not be surprised if TK gets upset early in the bracket.
Okay, I will say there's a better...
I do see both going through the losers bracket if that happens to make it back to a championship match.
There's a better chance TK loses to ISO than anybody on Envy side of the bracket. Envy losing. Am I right?
The one thing that worries me for Envy is 3's up and Search and Destroy. If 3's up somehow...
That's what I'm saying.
Somehow,
it's not the same 3's up team.
What's the squad for this event?
I don't
I
think.
take
I don't
everything
think
I said back. No,
Khalifa
and Stripe are still there.
No, I don't think they are.
Yeah,
Sender and Diabolic. Yo,
They're not as strong in S&D, I don't think.
I mean, they have Khalifa, who is just an absolute god at Search and Destroy. He is just
he'll win searches by himself.
He did. He took them to U.S. regionals by himself. Was basically what he did.
Are they going to be able to win a respawn against Envy?
That's where it really. Because you would maybe look at Uplink and be like, yeah, that could where you. But no. But then Envy don't have Saints. Envy have lost that like big Slayer. Yes, TP's gonna step up. I know TP's gonna step up. But
Proof is, I think, really underrated in this game.
I think.
Yeah, he started off
honestly.
slow.
Honestly, do you know what it depends on?
Start off on
maps.
crappy teams.
Completely depends on maps in that series. Like a CTF Biolab. If it's
Can we
CTF
pull up this
Biolab
bracket again? Let's see like what are our suggested semi-final matches here. I mean, just scrolling through the bottom half of the bracket from bottom to top, I think the first name that we'll look at is going to be 3's up.
You'd figure...
And then 3's up is not going to be in the same quadrant as Envy. So the earliest they could possibly meet up is going to be in the winner's bracket semifinals, where you're already guaranteed top 6.
Right. You'd figure Envy would match up against Bittersweet, looking at the seeds here, and then you would have a matchup...
Bittersweet have been known to cause an upset.
You would have a matchup of 3's up versus Set to Destroy. I don't think that's an exactly easy match for 3's up.
And who's all on Set to Destroy?
Not exactly sure their roster. We've seen them.
They keep changing. They've been playing online in 2Ks and 5Ks.
And then you look at the top half.
Below 0, like I think TK's got the harder bracket. You got below 0 to worry about. You got ISO Empire to worry about.
They'll play ISO in round 3, and then their round.
No, they play
ISO in round 4, and then their round 5 would potentially be below 0 or Team Cave Gaming.
Or Boreal.
Below 0.
Or Boreal.
Below 0.
Most likely below 0.
Yeah.
A TK has a much harder road than Envy.
And keep in mind, we also don't know the rosters for a lot of these teams, unfortunately, unavailable to us today. But anything could happen, and I think, like, when we used to do these bracket shows, we were able to just feel so confident picking a big name, existing team.
Yeah.
That totally changed for me with TR. TR showing that any team that puts in the teamwork, they don't necessarily have to have all of the pro points in the world coming into a tournament. If they have the teamwork, if they have the chemistry and the communication down, anything is possible. You don't need flashy play to win games. TR, they did pull off a lot of aces, watching kind of some of their gameplay back that had a lot of flash, but for the majority of it, it was just calm, cool, and collected gameplay, and I think that is something that is really going to ruffle players like Parasite on TK if things start going wrong.
Did you see E6 in that bracket, by the way?
No.
You didn't see E6? Okay. Because E6 has been a team recently who's been causing teams all... It brought it to my head when you were talking about TR. Team just like that. Great teamwork, causing some upsets, and like, you know, a team like that takes like a map 2, map 3 off a team like TK, they're gonna be like, well, what's going on? Like, whoa.
No, not in the bracket.
They're not in the bracket? Okay.
All right,
well. Yeah, I'm calling realistically, I'm gonna stick with a TK Envy final. I think it'd be weird if it wasn't. And if it wasn't, at that point, if TK aren't in the final, they need to seriously look at that roster and be like, okay, well, this isn't gonna work. Like,
what do you think is the issue right now from what you've seen? That's it. Don't hold back.
Parasite needs to like get a lot better at communicating issues with his team. because I've seen streams being turned off, seen rage. Like I love.
I get it.
I love the TK guys. Like I love Cause. Like he's a really really good friend of mine. Like I used to hang out with him when I lived in Atlanta. And like that TK org is a really good organization in COD, but you need to just keep rein on some of those players a little bit.
I was like that as a teammate.
Really? But like, how do you
throw your controller at your monitor? Tell your teammates, sorry, I can't finish this online tournament.
My way to educate my teammates was to just berate them with insults.
But this is something. But this is where the really big issue is, right?
We've done this with Will and Max in CS.
Right, but you have people who aren't used to that.
Right. No, you never, especially at the pro level right now,
right.
You cannot be hypercritical of another peer.
Right. Like it's your teammate.
You can do it afterwards.
There's a correct way to do it.
You can review it with your coach, with your manager after the matches are done. Doesn't need to be done every single game in game.
You always need to leave somebody off on a positive.
The big thing is it doesn't matter who's right or who's wrong. Like you just need to, like you said, have that kind of positivity at the end.
That's how I kind of started figuring it out after a while.
You're like, yeah, that was really bad, but good job on that.
I was like, yo, man, that was an awful play. Like you should have done this, but that other thing you did, that was kind of good. It's like, okay, well, it doesn't feel as bad when you when you ended on like something good. When I just end on something bad, there was like that animosity.
That with, like Will.
No, because it's too much fun to be mean. But
it's the entertainment factor of our streams.
Yeah, absolutely. But that's like the proper way to go about it. Like end off on something good. Try and be positive towards the end. But then I can understand getting frustrated when you never see it corrected. That's when I would start freaking out as well.
Trouble in paradise for Team Caliber after the team changes.
I mean, I don't think it was ever going to be paradise.
If they crush this tournament, though, does it affect their Pro League placements and future matches?
They'll play a little better. But, again, the biggest competition, really, from the Pro League is going to be Envious. Like, that's it. You know, we're not seeing them play against, like, Optic Nation, Optic Game. We're not seeing them play against, you know, like, FaZe. So it's very hard to kind of track. Like, you would expect that team to do well. If I told you there was 2 teams going to this event from the Pro League, one of which had a full squad and the other one that didn't, if I didn't tell you who the teams were, you'd be like, okay, well, you would a little bit favor, as long as it isn't a team in the bottom, like 2 Stone Dead last, you would favor the full team. So if they don't at least get to the final, then they need to fix something real quick.
Got to get your job done, boys. TK, Envy, your 2 teams to watch. Of course, our Pro League attendees for UGC Niagara. Other squads to look out for, I definitely think. Look at 3's Up. Yeah. See what Sender is going to be doing now, teaming alongside Cali. Excited to see this team. Definitely never can count out below 0 after watching what they did at Call of Duty Championships.
It's true.
And I think the biggest match of this tournament happens in the winner's bracket. ISO versus TK will have a huge effect on the Final 4 rankings. $10,000 for first place, as well as 10,000 pro points per player. It all kicks off this Friday at 5 p.m. You can watch it right here on MLG.TV. Boys, I think that's it for us today.
Yeah, I'm going to go play with the puppy.
Yes. Dogs, dinners,
Banana Boys,
and Banana Boys is my Thursday night. Don't miss it, guys. We'll be back later tonight right here on MLG.TV. Thank you for tuning in to the eSports Report today. And remember, there's no show tomorrow, but you can catch Ben and then Matt this weekend with our Saturday and Sunday broadcast.
Black Ops 3 reveal Sunday. Going to be a sick show.
It's going to be an amazing show.
Don't miss it. See you later.